Originally, I was going to do a parody of Gifted Hater and Ninja Reviews and Street Skier 95 reviewing my ski video, but time, being a parent, all I have time right now is to do this.
I don't know. Working mom.
This time lapse, I'm very happy we made. Ashley did a great job putting it together. We brainstormed a few different options, but that's what we landed on, the sand, and I love the hands in it time lapse instead of clips of just the sand appearing. That's what I chose to go with. This spot, somebody just had built. I found it one day. I didn't do any touch-ups other than scraping the lip off, and I probably spent maybe a half hour here between a long lunch one day. And yeah, that's my favorite clip right there, the 180 little pop out. And I didn't fall hard. I did fall a couple times, one where I bashed my knees together. Wasn't a big deal. This is my office at work. I'm often walking around here. I always wanted to be able to grind this thing. I did it once last year, and I figured it would be a good spot to try out, get a little left foot forward slide. This was a 15-minute build. Got the 180 on the second try, and I actually got all three of those spots in 3 consecutive days, I believe, and I ended up with lower back pain for the next 3 weeks because of it. This is my daughter's ultrasound. I had to do this clip again because I was unsure if the light would actually show it, and if I could go back in time, I would shoot this one from a different angle. I play it twice because, it's actually a lot further than it looks here. But, yeah. This clip, man, you can hear me say no after here. That's gotta be it. I came back here 3 times. 3 separate sessions, 3 builds. I originally hadn't planned to do blind 2 out. I really wanted to do a just ollieing backwards and riding out looking over my shoulder, but I really like how this came out with the ski kind of slapping in there like a rollerblade type thing. Like it feels like kind of felt more like a rollerblade trick than the skiing, and there's so many clips where I'm barely rolling away, but it counts. That's the thumbnail. Oh man, when I went the first time here, that's where that clip's from, I spent an hour and a half shoveling, did not have enough snow, and I ended up just throwing myself into a wall until I gave up and went home. On this day, when I got these 2 clips, I only had an hour and a half at the end of things. I had 4 hours I spent there on the build. I brought the snow from a hockey rink and borrowed my dad's truck, and I spent about 3 hours shoveling and maybe 40 minutes actually trying to ski it. First attempt, these kids were looking at me like I was going to do something really impressive, and then again I just skied into a wall. And when I left, maybe 10 minutes after this, getting this clip, and I I had to rush immediately to a dinner engagement with my wife, lest I be late, and it all worked out though. Yeah, to do that, throw the shovel in. This trick, oh man, did not pan out how I wanted it to. I thought I was just gonna fly down that slide and then grind out, but nope, that was not the case. I barely made it. Same here. This seemed like it was gonna be a nothing, no setup, no kind of simple thing, ollie over, but ended up being like an hour there, right before going immediately to the next spot. And my ski brake actually broke there. So that's why I'm flipping it around here. It definitely just popped off. It was the end of that ski. I've still used them once again this year, but I got to get those bindings replaced. And then this little wall ride, sort of anticlimactic, wasn't a huge thing. This is me talking in the truck. I say this is me loving myself. This is self-actualization because, yeah, this project was a huge deal for me. I obsessed over it all winter, and I'm really proud of what I put together. And here I wanted to show the camera just how tall it was. It's like 10 feet-ish. My arm's fully extended up top. No big deal, right? And as I come around here, you can see I actually have no build. I clip on the top of the wall before I drop down, and I sit I sit right down. I'm glad I have the camera where it was because you can see me come all the way up. Shout out to Shop Task on the helmet there. That's my skate helmet. I even don't ski away on the run I had prepared. This was a way bigger build than I thought it would be, even though it looks like nothing. Now this next part is my sort of free ride section. 5 clips that don't really fit in a park or street. Things that's at Louise. I'm really happy with how this one came out. And this air, I thought it was going to be so big, but it's not. It doesn't really look that big. But in my head, it's absolutely enormous. And it's one of the best straight airs I did all season. This was a hiking session at Kimberly. I wanted to lip on blind 2, world's shortest front swap there. There's a blind surface. Really happy with that. This tap press took so many tries. I'm glad I got it, but it's one of those tricks that doesn't look like much, but ended up being a bigger battle. And here's my opposite way, unnatural left foot slide from switch. This was a bit of an ollie, and here you can see I lift my leg up because there's only enough room for me to be able to put one leg down on that spot. Made it the whole bridge. First try on this one. And same with this. I do not know how I ended up actually gripping this. As you can see, I'm kind of stuck here for a sec with a single left foot. Then coming through and get this air. In my head, it felt like I was all the way like inverted and hanging off and just super stylish, but I'm still happy. Everything I wanted to do was no grabs, just pure lands. Third try on this one. Wanted to go switch into it again, but kind of bounced, jumped right over the lip, the knuckle here, or the kink here. Really happy with it. And then ride out turn. This was a battle. Big walk, big hike every time, going back and forth with it. I'm really happy with the landing. It's my son, my wife. He's digging holes into the ground.
Amazing.
I'm so grateful. Love being a dad. Yeah. Nice pairing here. I wanted to get left and right on elbows. That's a 270, but you can barely see it. Kind of wash out the end. Again, this little right foot forward down a kink. Stoked was a good line. World's smallest zero spin, but still counts. And yeah, if I could go back, I would have landed more 180s this season. Just did some different kinds of airs. But yeah, front 2, really happy with that. Cold shoulder, trick I didn't have this year. Hard to tell that I actually came in switch. And then this, yeah, left loop, super happy with it. Felt a little more corked than it was. This is a 540, left 540, followed by left 360 on a big jump. Here, this is the first time I hit this feature, so yeah, I don't really tap it, but I'm not like hitting under my foot. And then here, this felt so big for a shifty, but you can see my ski's like 6 inches off the ground, but again, like, I'm really proud of that. And here, it looks like the same flip, but I felt like I was setting it for rodeo, flat 3. Felt like I was going to overshoot it to the moon, but landed right on the knuckle, or right past the knuckle. Happy with that. Switch lip, front 2, trick I didn't have the year before last. Yeah, really happy, really stoked. Right 540, kind of wash out at the end. Second blind 2 of the edit here. As you can see, on this gap rail transfer, I have no right to have landed it. My ski should have been taken right off. Almost like landed like I'm gonna go in a switch into like alley-oop top Mizu or something, but ski just comes back around, bring it through. Here, this Misty 5 was such a battle. I lost my ski, as you can see. There's nothing on my foot. And yeah, I came out. I wish I had just done 4 different 180s instead of trying this over and over again. As you can see, I'm like, my head's like 1 inch. I'm still halfway through that flip here. Made it. This shot is special to me because building this feature, my wife and my son were the crew. We spent a lot of time shoveling up this feature and scaping our backyard to make it work. So it is special to me that I could get one final blind 2 out at home. And then, of course, the little front 2 and the Batman shirt. These are the instruments I played the video music in. And yeah, all this was made possible by my wife, Ashley, making space for me to do it. Thanks for watching. I gotta go pick my kid up from daycare now.